All right, welcome Blue Star Report. I'm Brad. That right there is Dustin. And today we're going to talk about what's going to take to beat the New York Giants. Hopefully not a lot, but we're going to talk about what it takes. But before I go through our keys to victory, I want to say this. I want to give a shout out Schottenheimer. I really like the way he's doing these late scratches right before the game because even though they probably are real close, he is making them work hard to get on that field.
Yeah.
So in the comments, let me know what you guys think about his late scratches of Mozzie and Blue last week. Let's talk about the keys to victory today. All right, I got four of them. Well, we got four of them. One of them is the three-headed monster and the offensive line. And let me say this: the three-headed monster is not who you think I'm thinking they are. I'm going to tell you who that is. The three-headed monster is when we get into the video. The other one is speed.
Speed.
We have to use our speed.
Yeah.
Okay. And number three is shutting down Nabors. And number four is bringing the heat from the D line. Okay.
Up the middle.
Up the middle. Yeah. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to talk about the three-headed monster in a second. First, I want to bring this up, kind of lead my way into this. Okay, last week, what we talked about was we need to use our passing game because that was our strong suit to get the running game started. And now that I've seen Williams run, I kind of changing that this week. Not that our running game is stronger than our passing game because it's not.
No.
But Williams showed me enough last week to think that if we can get our running game, that he can bring the running game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I really think so. And so I think we need to use our running game, just like a lot of people say you're supposed to do, to get our passing game kicked off. We need to get to the speed portion of this.
Yeah.
Because the speed portion is what's going to handle this three-headed monster that I'm about to talk about. Okay. I would venture to say, I'm going to say that Dallas has probably the fastest people, more than anyone else, any other team. They have
team speed.
They got Blue, Turpin, and then you got Lamb and Pickens, which are all fast.
Yeah.
And they probably got two. When you put Turpin and Blue on the field at the same time, that's probably the two fastest people, the fastest team, I would say, in the NFL.
Yeah.
And we have to use that to our advantage because whether you like it or not, the Giants they have a three-headed monster.
Yeah, and then Burns and Thibodeau and Carter.
That three-headed monster right there. Other than Carter, because he wasn't on the team last year, but last year
Lawrence,
they had they led the league in sacks for a while. Now they can get after you. Those three guys can get after you.
Yeah, they got another guy. Is it something Lawrence? Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
he's good too.
Yeah, he is. But the three main ones are Thibodeau, Carter, and Burns. And there's two ways to stop a pass rush.
Run the ball.
Okay. One way is don't pass.
Yeah.
Okay, which we're not going to do. Okay, no, we got to pass the ball because that's our strong suit.
Yeah.
The other way is to keep them guessing. You keep those guys guessing on the edge. And we have, I feel like, the two best players in the league to do that. And how you keep them guessing is you beat them outside. If you can beat them to the edge, because they have two jobs here. One is to get after the quarterback. The other is don't lose containment.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, we have guys that got some wheels. If you can beat these guys around the edge a couple of times, they've done this to Parsons. The good teams do this to Parsons all the time. You beat those guys around the edge a couple of times. Then you start using your play action or RPOs on them. And it just gives Dak just to get them to hesitate just a second, a half a second or a second, because what happens in that it gives your receivers just a little bit longer, a little bit more time to get to their spots.
Yeah,
you gotta get them. You can't just let them pin their ears back and just come straight forward. You got to make them think, oh, I've been beat 3 times around the end. I can't let that happen again.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we can use our speed to get around the outside and beat some of these guys around the end, then the next time when it's time to pass, it's play action. It's like fake pitch. They make that little hesitant step back, which is just enough time.
Yeah.
We're talking about pros here, pro quarterbacks and receivers. You don't need a lot of time to get open. No. It just gives them just enough time to go, oh, he's going to beat me around the edge, and then pull back up, throw the ball. So use our speed to beat that 3-headed monster. We've got to slow them down because they will get after you.
Run RPOs.
And just play action. Play action. And if you can establish, like I said, the fact that we can beat you to the edge, then it just slows them down just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough for us to fake that pitch, step back, get enough time for our receivers to get in an open spot, and boom, there we are. Or our timing routes, or however we're going to play the game as far as that goes. Couldn't tell you in the least which way they're going to do it. But anyway, slow the 3-headed monster down. Got to use our speed. I wanted to use our speed last week, but we didn't have blue.
No.
Okay. Like I said, that hesitation is a half a second or a second means the difference in a completion and not, or getting sacked.
Oh, yeah.
It really does. Now, moving on to the next thing. We're still kind of talking about speed here. Turpin is the number 3 receiver. I love Turpin as the number 3 receiver.
I do too.
The only problem, other than Tobert rather than Tobert.
Yeah.
Tobert was horrible last week.
Yeah,
the only problem with Turpin being the number 3 receiver is he can't block. He ain't big enough to be a blocker.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that number 3 receiver downfield to block. And even though I guess he could block as good as Tobert did last week, because I saw him whiff on several when they're just kind of halfway, I try to block or throw his hands up at him and stuff. I watched several plays of him doing that. It was horrible. We need Mingo back. Something serious. Or bring Flournoy in and let him play number 3. But I like, last year we didn't have a number 2 or a 3. Now we got a number 2 and no 3. And I figure they'll get that handled. I think Mingo will fill that spot just fine when he comes in. I really do. But we'll see. Like I said, utilize our speed. Got to utilize our speed. I think our offense, that's kind of the keys to the game for me for offense, is to back up those edges, slow the edges down, use our speed to get around the edge. And I feel like we need to split it more evenly in our passing game between Pickens and Lamb.
Yeah.
Rather than, I know they went Pickens' way a few times last week, but I really feel like they need to even that up. Because if you even that up, that keeps the defense guessing as well. If you're throwing all your balls to CeeDee Lamb, even though we got Pickens over there, I know it still helps for him to be over there because it helps Lamb in coverage.
Yeah.
It does. But if they know, 75% of the time they're going to throw it to Lamb, we're going to cheat that direction. I think this week they're going to come out and I think they're going to open Pickens up more. And I think they need to.
Yeah, I do.
I really think they need to. So that's the keys to the game right there on offense. Start with the run. Play action pass, use our speed to get to the edge, to back off those defensive ends, keep them guessing whether we're gonna try to get to the edge or we're gonna pass. Use our RPOs and use play action pass, and split time more evenly between Pickens and Lamb.
Like a
50-50 balls, yeah, I think so. Dustin's got some of the defensive, what we're going to do defensively, he thinks, or we both think what we need to do defensively.
Yeah. Well, last week we were second highest in pressures behind Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We had 42.4 pressure rate.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And guess who? The top 5 were in the 40s.
Yeah.
Guess who wasn't in the top 5?
Parsons.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay wasn't in the top 5 in pressures. You would think by looking at that game, because I watched it, that they would have been.
Yeah.
But they weren't. So Dallas, when it comes to, like Dustin said last week, when it comes to pressuring the quarterback, we were second out of everybody without Parsons.
Yeah. They don't have many stars on their team. We got one. If you shut Nabors down,
yeah,
you're going to have to make somebody else beat you.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can.
I believe so. I think you're right. That's what we're talking about, shutting down Nabors. I think, and like Dustin said, they're really thin on stars. They're not like Philadelphia.
Yeah, we had a game plan for 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, I mean, they have 2 stud wide receivers. They have Barkley and stud quarterback that you have to account for all 4, and you're not having to do that this week.
Yeah,
they got 1.
I think they wouldn't have to put as many people in the box.
Yeah,
to help out with the pass defense, but I think they're still going to be able to pressure him and get to him.
I think so too.
If they can contain him and put pressure on him, Wilson, he'll throw it away or do something stupid.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit old and nervous, a little more nervous these days. It seems like last couple of years.
We're going to end his career.
I think his days are numbered. This might be his last game.
Yeah. If Dallas goes out there and just kills him, he might be Dart next week.
Yeah, it probably will be Dart. The like Dustin said, they have one weapon, Nabors. And when we played Philly, we had to practically game plan for 4 people.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do. And when we game planned for those 4 people, we loaded the box. Our main goal last week was shut down Barkley.
Yeah.
That was the number 1 goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Our secondary did an outstanding job covering.
Mm.
Okay. Now I think they played a lot of zone. Loaded. Yeah, that's with the box loaded. So they played a lot of zone back there, from my understanding. But I guess kind of our point on this is we loaded the box with Barkley and we shut him down. I feel like we don't have to, maybe instead of putting 8 people in the box, we can back 1 out.
Yeah. And helping pass defense
and possibly, what's your next one?
Just shutting, like I said.
Containing Wilson?
Yeah, containing him.
Yeah. And by dropping 1 guy out, this last week, we all argued the fact, why didn't they got a spy? And I kind of feel like if we would have
been game plan for us.
Yeah. I feel like if we would have had a spy, then we wouldn't have as many people in the box, and Barkley might have helped hurt us.
Yeah,
because when we first, I was screaming at myself, why don't we have a spy? But as this week's gone on, and I've looked at some stuff and listened to people talk, it's if we would have backed the spy out for Hurts, then we wouldn't have as many people to stop Barkley. Yeah, which I guess is, you got to one or the other. You don't know what to do, right?
Yeah,
you really don't know what to do.
Well, you got any other points?
Well, the backing the. I think the backing the people out of the box can do 2 things. They're kind of thinking about it. One is we can spy Wilson with it.
Yeah.
We can spy Wilson with that. I'm not 100% sure if we need a spy for Wilson.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't think he's that Wilson that he used to be. You know what I'm saying?
He still run, but
not like he did.
What he used to be.
Not like he used to. Yeah.
No.
I think backing 1 guy. I think we have enough. If we use 7 in the box, or maybe even 6, but 7 in the box, we can back 1 guy out to spy Wilson. If it comes back and that's and they're hurting us in the pass game, we can back him off to help with Nabors.
Yeah.
Because I really think Nabors is the only one that's going to hurt you in the second as their receivers in the secondary.
I think our D line is going to get some pressure.
I think our best defense is going to be a good offense because if we can get ahead,
Oh yeah, then we pin our ears back.
pin your ears back because I kind of feel like this week that we're going to get some sacks.
Oh yeah,
You think so?
I think 3 or 4 sacks.
I think Ezraku is going to get his first sack this year.
Yeah, he's breaking out.
Yeah, it's time for him to open up. Time for him to open up. But we do have some. I guess we do have some good news, right?
Yeah, they're talking to Jaydon Clowney. He's 32, 6'5", 265.
He's a big boy.
Big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, they might think that he's into his career, but he is. But last year, he played for the Panthers and had 5.5 sacks.
Yeah.
The year before that, he played for Baltimore, and that year, Baltimore had the best defenses across the board in every category.
Yeah.
And he started 15 games.
Yeah.
And had 9.5 sacks.
9.5 sacks. Yeah. And I don't think I don't know if he's a 9.5 sack guy anymore, but I bet he's a 7 or 8 guy.
Now, over his career, if you average it out, even though 2 years he had 0 sacks,
yeah,
I think he was injured maybe, but he still averaged about 7.5 over his career every year.
Yeah. I think he's going to be fantastic, and it kind of fits into Schottenheimer's little scheme of having somebody that can stop the run as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. To me, and I don't want to sit here and talk about Parsons, and because everybody wants to talk about Parsons, and Parsons is done and gone. But as a comparison, Parsons to me was not a true defensive end.
No, he's only 245.
Yeah,
most defensive ends are 270, 260.
Yeah, big boys. Yeah, big boys.
Yeah,
Parsons is a fantastic pass rusher. But that's where it stops. It's it. And a lot of people now that he's in Green, but a lot of people from Dallas, if you're from Dallas, you watch the Dallas games, you know that. You know he can't stop the run. He's horrible against the run. And Schottenheimer likes to bring these big guys in here.
Yeah.
You got like Nealon. He's an enormous dude.
He's pretty big.
And he did well rushing the passer.
He got a sack.
He got a sack last week. Well, we got pressure from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, we're second in the league in all
pressure
league.
rate. Yeah.
Pressure rate. So we got pressure from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that's going to stop.
No.
I think those guys are hungry. Clowney is he's a little older. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to be that Clowney from way back when, but he's
some depth.
He's not going to hurt you when he's out there.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not going to hurt you, and sometimes you're going to you need some rotation. You need to get people in and more people in and out. They get winded, especially if you get ahead in a game and they're just trying to throw the ball. You need to keep rotating those edges out so they don't get eventually they're going to get tired, and then the quarterback just gets set back there and pick his target. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have people. You got to have, and I think Clowney. Actually, we said that as soon as they traded Parsons, I got to looking up and I was like, Jadeveon Clowney is available.
Yeah.
So we looked at it and said, Jadeveon Clowney's available. Why don't they go get him? And then here they are going after him. But
yeah, he's visiting with him today.
Yeah. I think they'll sign him. I really do. I'd be shocked if they didn't. But he played, like Dustin said, he played for Carolina last year and he did okay. Considering the fact that Carolina,
he's a starter.
Yeah. So that's our keys to victory. Just run over them real quick. Got to stop the 3-headed monster. Got to stop Thibodeau, Carter, and Burns. The way you're going to do it is use your speed on the outside, get them back on their heels, get them to second guess the fact. Once you burn them a couple of times around the end, they're going to back up.
Yeah.
And they're going to think twice before they just barrel in, is what I'm getting at. Okay. So you got to do that. Using our speed to do that. Our defensive line needs to bring the heat. And I feel like that's a big possibility because I think we're going to get up in this game and we're going to get to see what those boys can do.
Yeah.
I think if we can get up 14 or 21 points and we shut down the run, they're going to have to do nothing but pass, and we're going to see what they got this week.
I'm looking
We'll see what they got.
that.
Yeah, shutting down Nabors is the other one, and the way we do that, one, bring the heat for one thing. Two is drop somebody out of the box because their run game doesn't have near the threat that Phillies does. Drop somebody back and use that, one, to either spy Russell Wilson, or two, add a defender in the zone to flood that zones out, because he does. Schottenheimer likes to play, or Eberflus likes to run zone, and if you can add another guy back there that you don't need to stop the run, that should only help.
Yeah,
we did really well last week with two stud receivers. Yeah. We should be able to do really good this week against one and adding somebody else back in the secondary. But anyway, that's what we had this week. We appreciate you guys watching all of our videos. Please get on there and like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you think about, what are your thoughts about the late scratch thing that he does. That's just a mind game.
Yeah.
It's a mind game. He's playing mind games with them. And like, you ain't good enough to get on the field yet. And I like it. I really do.
I like it too.
Yeah.
If you ain't out there doing your best, next man up.
So next man up. Somebody else wants somebody that's going to play. I'd rather have somebody that's going to put all their effort into it.
Yeah.
And then somebody that thinks they're good, or they've got all the talent in the world and only puts 50% of their effort on certain plays, like we had in the past. It's gone now.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what we got. Please like, subscribe, notification, comment. Let us know if you think there's something else that we need to do, you think the Cowboys need to do in order to shut down the Giants. I think there's a lot of those 3 and 4 letter networks that are eating crow, because there's several of them were going before the season started, going like, Dallas is going to be fourth in that division. What are they talking about? Making the playoffs. They're going to be fourth in their division. Hey, guess what? We're not going to be fourth.
No.
We're going to prove that come Sunday. And the way Washington played, I know Washington beat the Giants 21-6, but it wasn't that pretty of a game.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, it wasn't that pretty of a game. They should have just wore them out. So I'm not even 100% sure Washington is the team that a lot of people think they are. We're going to find that out pretty soon too.
Yeah.
Anyway, please like, subscribe, comment, notification button, and we'll see you guys again after the game next week.